Hi everybody, and welcome back to Lost Genre Reddit Stories. Before we begin with this story, I need to tell you that it is a bittersweet story, and the trigger warning is the loss of a child, so if you are sensitive regarding that topic, then maybe you'd like to skip this video. Now, if you're still here, then let's get started. This one's from user ThrowArray Ex-Wife. Ex-wife and I slept together for the first time in years while celebrating our late daughter's birthday. It happened Saturday night, and I can't stop thinking about it. My ex and I were young when she got pregnant. We were both only 19, and we were pressured by our families to get married before our daughter was born. We didn't last long, obviously. We weren't ready to be married on top of learning how to be parents and living together. Our daughter was barely 10 months old when we decided it was better for her if we remained friends and co-parents, rather than two young adults who weren't ready for marriage, despite the feelings we had. And it really worked out for the best. We were fantastic co-parents who got along great. Unfortunately, we lost our daughter 4 years ago when she was 7. We were both devastated, and even now we're still barely managing to live with the pain. I fell into a deep depression and isolated myself for a while. She reached out and we grieved together. We became each other's support because we were the only ones who understood what the other was going through, and that helped immensely. Our sweet baby girl's birthday was on Saturday, and we always like to do something on that day. She came to my place. I made my daughter's favorite meal and we lit up a candle for her. She ended up staying a few hours and we were just having some wine and sitting outside on my deck, talking about our favorite memories with our girl, crying, then laughing, telling funny stories to lighten up the mood again. It was a really lovely time. I felt relaxed and at peace. She was too. I really can't say who made the first move. We were both just talking, and next thing I knew, we were leaning in and kissing. It was very strange, I can't lie. Any romantic thoughts between us were pretty much pushed down because we had a good thing going with our daughter after the divorce, and we didn't want to make anything complicated for her sake. But then, it didn't feel as strange, and we both lost ourselves. There was just so much energy between us that night. A lot of intense emotions that I guess you can say heightened the passion. We were both knocked out after. It wasn't exactly awkward in the morning. It was more like neither of us knew how to be around each other. She just smiled and thanked me for the night, but we didn't talk about what happened. I didn't think we were ready for that conversation yet. I made myself busy to avoid reaching out, and that's where we are right now. Neither of us have contacted each other since. It's only been a couple of days. I know, but it feels like forever already. I'd like to talk to her about this, but at the same time, I really have no idea what I even want to say. All I know is I can't stop thinking about her and all the feelings that came with what happened. But I don't know what that means for us. If this means we should pursue something or leave it alone. Plus, there's the fact that we did this when we were both vulnerable, and it's possible we just wanted an escape instead of thinking about the grief we feel. I can't say I didn't feel anything for her all this time, but I pretty much put that away to preserve our co-parenting relationship. Now we've crossed that line, and I have no idea where to go from here. OP, first thing I'm gonna say to you is I am so sorry for your loss. As a parent myself, I can only imagine the horrible pain and grief that you've gone through. It is something that I would truly never wish upon anybody, ever. Now, addressing your particular situation with your ex-wife, I would say talk to her. If it's something that you can't stop thinking about and that's something that you really want to talk to her, then don't waste any more time and just go ahead and do it. Who knows, maybe she wants to talk to you too, maybe she doesn't. It is a gamble, but it's one that I would say you have to take. If that one night that you both shared was incredibly amazing for you, and it was a positive experience and it filled you with love or good feelings, then don't let that go. But then again, that's just my opinion. What do you guys think OP should do? Let me know in the comment section. And in the meantime, let's go take a look at the community comments to see what kind of advice they gave OP. Sam Zims says, I am very sorry for your loss. The two of you shared an emotional day together, full of memories and longing. It isn't surprising that it ended in a passionate moment. I don't think you should assume that anything sexual will continue or that she wants to be in a relationship with you. If you do want to pursue something with her, be slow and sensitive about it. Talk to her when the time seems right and ask her how she feels about what happened. OP responds, I wouldn't want us to jump back into anything either, not when we have a lot going on. It is on my mind and I feel I might want it in the future, but slow and sensitive, like you say. And of course, only if she wants the same too. Thank you for this. Anonymami15 says, send her a text that says exactly what you said here. I'd like to talk to you about what happened, but at the same time, I really have no idea what I even want to say. All I know is I can't stop thinking about you and all the feelings that came with what happened. Your best course of action is honestly an open communication. Make That Noise says, quote, I don't know what this means for us, if it's something we should pursue or leave alone. All I know is I can't stop thinking about you and the feelings that came with what happened. End quote. I think you said it pretty well. I would call her and be direct. Say that. If she's not interested, she can tell you then. But if she is, see where the conversation leads. Usually, I would suggest saying something like that to someone in person, but this is an emotional time and an emotional experience for both of you. With the bug, the only way to talk in person would likely be at one of your houses, and I think it would be more appropriate to tell her this on the phone and see if it's something she wants to start discussing. Well, OP definitely got some detailed advice as to what to do if he wants to pursue this. Pretty much in line with what I said, that he has to talk to her. Now, some commenters said that he needs to wait until the time seems right. I think he just needs to do it, because how is he going to know when it is right? Like, with everything going on in his life and the world, it is kinda difficult to assess when the right time would be. And this is something that is eating away at him. And also, he shouldn't wait too long. He should do it when the memories are still fresh. At least, that's what I believe. He should communicate, open and honestly, just like he did on the post and like the commenter suggested, but he should do it as soon as possible and try to make it as personal as possible. I wouldn't send a text message. I would probably call her, tell her what's on my mind and in my heart, and that I need to talk to her and see if she'd like to talk to me about it too. Of course, that's what I think I would do if I were in OP's shoes. So how about we move on to the update to see what ended up happening after this. The love and support I got on my last post was very touching. So many of you gave wonderful advice and insight, so I thought I'd leave an update for anyone who cares to know. I decided to reach out instead of letting any more time pass. Was a day after I posted. Like someone had commented, I was honest about not knowing what to say but wanting to reach out, so she didn't think I was ignoring her. I'd also told her that I couldn't stop thinking about it and I'm open to talking about it if she wants to. And she did. She came over and we talked for a long time. Bringing up the topic of our feelings, my ex admitted that a few years after the divorce, her feelings for me resurfaced and started to grow. Just the way we got along in raising our daughter, how much we've matured since splitting up. She had been trying to work up the courage to talk about her feelings for me and to see if I felt the same. But then, well, we lost our daughter, and the only thing on our minds after that was grief. Part of me felt happy that she was having the same feelings I did. That night, we both got swept up in everything so naturally our old feelings came out. I had wondered for days if the only reason we slept together was to avoid feeling the loss of our daughter. Still don't fully know the answer. We both have had these feelings for a long time and were in a vulnerable place when it happened. Perhaps it was a bit of both. So that left us thinking, well, now what? I told her I'm open to seeing where this could go, or we can agree it was a one-time thing and go back to only being friends. To my relief, she decided she wanted to try this out and see what happens, but very, very slowly. We have a lot of history and so much of it is tied in grief from losing our daughter. I know we can't jump into anything serious or pick up where we left off just like that. We agreed we'd spend more time together and test the waters. Nothing sexual, of course. We decided that would be a one-time thing until we are more comfortable, because that would only bring too many strong emotions and the whole point is to take things slow. So that is where we are at the moment. After we finished talking, we hugged and we held hands when I walked her back to her car. She kissed my cheek before she left and my heart was pounding. Over the last few weeks, we've had about 5 dates. Just simple walks around the park on our lunch breaks or grabbing coffee. I always look forward to them and I'm constantly grinning afterwards. We hold hands and hug. We only kissed once on our 3rd date and felt like I was walking on clouds after. I do have to admit it's strange, but in a very good way. She was my ex, and for years after the divorce, I always looked at her as a chapter in my life that was now closed, even if those feelings were there. Now, here we are. I'm hopeful for what's to come, and I know she is too. So, thanks again everyone for your kind advice and encouragement. OP, the first thing I'm going to say is that I'm very happy for you because you're talking about being happy, about being hopeful about what's to come, about walking on clouds after she kissed you. Those are all positive feelings, and considering everything you've gone through with your wife, I think that you guys are doing the right thing. Of course, this is just my opinion and it might not work out for everybody, but in your case, it sounds like it could. So the least you could do for yourself is to give it a shot. What do you guys think about OP's situation? If you were in his shoes, would you pursue a relationship with your ex this way? Let me know in the comment section. And so we've reached the end of the video. I truly hope you liked it. If you did, leave a like. And don't forget to subscribe to reach our goal of 100,000 subscribers. Also, if you feel like chatting with others from this community, you can always join my Discord server and check out my subreddit. I'll leave the links in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next video.